All right, folks. Listen, what I'm about to read to you ought to scare you if you live in the United States of America, because this may be one of the most reprehensible things that I've heard since AB 2223. This one is ugly, and it relates to flashbang, yes, our wonderful president's disinformation chief, Nina Jankowicz. Now, I don't know if you know that there is such thing as a disinformation unit that Biden has, of course, started. He's not a good man. And she is arguing that online mockery of Vice President Kamala Harris and other women in public life was a threat to national security. Now, I wonder if she would put Candace Owens on that list or any of the other conservatives that continue to speak out about their foolishness. But she is an awful person for even bringing this forth. It's terrible. I'm going to quote her. She says, platforms and governments aren't doing enough. It's time to act. Our national security and democracy are at stake. And I'm going to argue that our national security and democracy is at stake when we have these book burners come into play and try to shut people up because they are simply sharing an opinion. It is absolutely terrible. And she refers to all kinds of things like gender disinformation and all these new words that didn't even exist a year ago to be able to stop the voices of people who were just wanting to simply tell the truth. Nowadays, you tell the truth and you can get kicked off of whole platforms like Twitter. I meant Twitter, right? But the reality of it is, this is exactly what totalitarian governments want to do. They will literally seek to desire to completely stand behind a false narrative in order to shut the mouths of the dissenters. And they do that as fast as they possibly can, because what they are doing is trying to frame people who are telling the truth as individuals who are nefarious in nature, when indeed all they're simply trying to do is keep the union and the wonderful republic that we've been given by telling the truth, thus behaving responsibly. The problem is there's a lot of lies that are going out there where people are wanting you to believe the very things that are untrue so that you will continue to stay on their plantation and continue to capitulate and yield to the lies of the enemy that continue to be propagated through these people. And the reality of it is, folks, we need to take a stand by speaking the truth and not being fearful about doing it. This is evil. We cannot allow it to continue. And the way we fight against it is by simply speaking the truth and exercising the right that God gave us to speak freely and openly and call a sin and call evil evil and call wrong wrong and call correct correct and call truth truth. It's that simple. It's time to open up our eyes and sober up, folks. Jesus is coming soon, and it's time for us to take a stand. God bless you.